Well, the Super Bowl appeals to football fans all over the world, but millions of people who couldn't care less about the game will also be tuning in, but for a different reason. And of course, we are talking about the commercials. Typically, great commercials are seen every year. So how will this year be compared to others? Paul Fahey, the Chief Marketing Strategist and COO at Zone 5, joining us now in the newsroom to talk a little bit more about this. Paul, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Well, first of all, does the Super Bowl still deserve this attention that it gets as an ad venue? You know, we're hearing that about $3 million per spot for just about over 100 million viewers.
I think it does. Certainly the price sets the stage for them. It's one of the most expensive, if not the most expensive, ad rates, so all the focus and attention's on that.
And of course, this year, the economy not doing so great as the Super Bowl gets ready to kick off. How much of an impact will that have on who decides to advertise this year?
It's had a big impact. Noticeably absent are FedEx. General Motors is not going to be appearing this year. They certainly couldn't go before Congress with their hand out one day, and then a couple weeks later, focus all that attention and criticism on them for overspending on a TV commercial.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there are some bigger companies, like you mentioned GM, that we would not expect to see this year for those very reasons.
Yeah, but interestingly, that opens the door for folks like Audi and Hyundai to jump in. Audi had a great product debut last year with one of the mid and higher priced models, and even Hyundai is going to be coming out with another sign of the economic times. One of their offers to pay back or folks can trade back in the car if they lose their jobs or if they have difficulty making payments. So not only a new advertiser, folks that are kind of jumping in, but also with messages that are going to be really a sign of the times also.
Yeah, and Paul, we mentioned the sign of the times and the messages that are getting out there this year. Obviously, a lot of buzz created around the fact that PETA got its ad rejected for inappropriate content, and also, there's a battle between Pepsi and Coke really to see who can put the most feel-good ad out there. What are the messages and themes that we're seeing this year?
The most successful messages, I think this year, are going to be the ones that make us feel better about ourselves. I mean, people are looking to use this event to kind of escape from the economic gloom and doom in their jobs and all those kind of things. So certainly Coke and Pepsi are going to battle it out to see who can make us feel best about ourselves. You mentioned PETA before. It's a spectacular commercial, but NBC rejected it based on content. Now, personally, I've seen it. I don't think it's any more risque than the Victoria's Secret ad that ran last year. But in my mind, they're a winner because of the PR buzz that's surrounding it. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's going to YouTube to see what it was all about. It never even aired, and they're getting a tremendous amount of attention for it. So.
Yeah, NBC may be kicking themselves, right?
Exactly.
Possibly. All right, Paul, we're going to have to leave it there, out of time, but thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.